Welcome back, oboists. All right, you remember this now. We are warming up before we start, right? Always have to warm up before we start the day. So before we start this great playlist of practicing, we're going to do our echo warm up number 3. So let's just start again with forming our embouchure. We're going to blow through the reed and just make a nice, try to match my pitch, but try to make a nice open sound, keeping your mouth around the reed as a seal instead of clamping down. So remember to put it on the bottom lip and go, oh, and you, me, you, me, you. Now, do you hear, sometimes if you get a little bit more air in there, it'll go, we don't want that to happen, okay? Because that means our air support's dropping if it goes beong. So try and keep it very straight and steady. So one more time. 1, 2, ready, go. You, me, you, me. All right. We're going to talk about something, add something in here to our warm-up so we can get used to exhaling out the air that we don't use in the reed during this. So we're going to go 2, out, in, 2, out, 2, in. So it'll sound a little, it's hard to explain that way, so I'll demonstrate and then I'll further explain. So ready? 1, 2, 3, in. Out. In. Out. In. Out. In. Out. So what's happening there is when I'm breathing in, 2, right, and I'm blowing out, I don't get rid of all my air. So to do the next section of 2 of sound there, I'm blowing out without taking a breath. So I'm going 2. And you're going to feel your tummy muscles really, really working to push and give you good support to keep that sound going through. So we'll do it one more time. 1, 2, 3, in. Out. In. Out. Now, you're wanting to go ahead and try to match my sound, like I said, with that proper air support. And I don't mind right now. Let's go just to get out that air when we are doing the exhale, okay? We're obviously going to want to be quieter later on. We couldn't do that in band. But just to get the idea and get the feeling of getting that air out fast before we take in a breath is very important and very, very essential for the oboe in order to play the oboe well. So go ahead, pause that and rewind if you need. And then what we're going to do next now is go back to articulation. So remember our articulation, we start with our tongue on the reed and we pull it away. So we're going to go 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. And I will play and then you'll repeat after me, okay? So 1, 2, ready, go. You. Me. You. All right. Now let's play a call and response. So what you hear me do, I want you to try, okay? You. So, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Now go ahead, pause if you need to, and practice that for the articulation. We're going to add something new here, called our little siren. So what we're going to do is we're going to hold our embouchure, hold the reed in our mouth, and we're going to bring the reed pitch up by bringing the reed into our mouth a little bit, okay? So it'll look like this. Now you might get that kind of sound. That is the crow of the reed. And if you get that, that's okay. Now normally we're not going to do this when we're playing the oboe, but it helps us just kind of warm up, keep that air going. Move up the pitch. But keeping our embouchure nice and firm. Now we're going to start with our embouchure nice and loose, and then we're going to try and make it a little bit firmer and speed up our air, so it'll sound like this. Sounds like a siren for ambulance or something. So this is what I call our little siren exercise. And that helps build in the endurance for our corners. So you try that with me, okay? All right, go ahead, work through this warm up again if you need, but I'll meet you in the next video. Can't wait to get started.